What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy T back with another video. Namaste. I'm gonna react to Barbarik. Did ancient India have AI robot technology back then? So I reacted to this video like Barbarik would like end the Mahabharata war in 1 minute, and you guys told me to react to this by this video is by Praveen Mohan. So let's check it out. Much love to you guys. I'm going to need to focus on this so that I can really understand what was going on with him and also his arrows that he was gifted. Let's go.
Hey guys, in the year 1027 AD, about 1,000 years ago, a group of workers were digging the ground for water in a village called Khatu in the state of Rajasthan in India. After digging for more than 30 feet, they found a strange metal box which was sealed airtight. On the box, there was one word engraved: Barbarik. When they broke the box open, inside there was a skull. It was not a regular skull made of bones, it was made of a shining metal. What's even more strange, the skull had two eyeballs in the eye sockets. The workers immediately ran to the king who was ruling this place at that time. His name was Rup Singh Chauhan, and he called all learned men to convene at his court to understand about this Barbarik skull.
What?
Who was Barbarik? How can his skull be made of metal? How did his eyes not decompose and disintegrate?
Exactly.
The learned men searched many ancient texts and found nothing about Barbarik. Finally, a priest who came from the far south explained his story. Barbarik was a great warrior who lived 5,000 years ago during the time of Lord Krishna. But there was something fundamentally different about Barbarik. He was not human. He possessed godlike strength. He was capable of handling multiple weapons at the same time and could solve mathematical problems in lightning speed. But his speech was slow and he could not recognize faces. He was not intelligent like humans. He had artificial intelligence.
Right.
What do I mean by this? Let's wind the clock back about 5,000 years ago. Lord Krishna decides to meet Barbarik after hearing about his strength and intelligence. The great war of Mahabharata is about to begin soon, and Krishna wants to see which side Barbarik is going to support.
Exactly.
Barbarik did not recognize Krishna, but demonstrates his extraordinary speed and precision in operating advanced weapons. Krishna is shocked and realizes that Barbarik would be the game changer in the upcoming war. However, Krishna observes that Barbarik's intelligence is not human-like. He followed a robot-like thinking and action. Krishna asks him about his position in the war. Barbarik replies that he would support the side which is weaker than the other side. He says it's his duty to save as many humans as he could. At this point, Krishna poses a very simple question which completely bewilders Barbarik. Krishna says, if Barbarik supports the weaker army and begins to destroy the stronger army, after a certain point, the stronger army would become the weaker army, and the once weaker side would now become the stronger side. What would Barbarik do then? To a human being, this would not be a valid question because human beings understand larger ideas, while robots and artificially intelligent machines look at events and are not able to grasp the bigger picture. But Barbarik then says he would switch sides and support the other army now because they have become weaker. Barbarik's reply stuns Krishna because this means that Barbarik will keep switching sides between the two armies and destroy both sides completely.
Right.
Krishna concludes that even though Barbarik is capable of handling advanced weapons with extraordinary precision, with his unnatural intelligence, he will actually cause harm to human beings rather than help them. So Krishna decides to disable Barbarik's physical activity so that he cannot use his arms or legs to attack or use weapons. Krishna asks Barbarik to cut his head from his body. Here's the most interesting part. Barbarik removes his head and offers it to Krishna, but continues to talk. This clearly shows that he was not human. He was an artificially intelligent machine. Some people claim that Barbarik was the grandson of Bhima. But this is highly unlikely because in that case, he would have definitely been mentioned in the ancient text of Mahabharata. But Barbarik is not mentioned anywhere in the original text. Why did the author not even mention such a great warrior in the epic? Because Barbarik was not a living being. He was a robot with artificial intelligence. This is why the author omitted this detail. The name Barbarik itself points out that he's not human. It comes from the Sanskrit word Barbara, which means inhuman, which is also related to the English word barbaric as well. The English word barbaric originally means inhuman, one who does not understand human thoughts and emotions.
Right.
Okay,
this is
Barbarik's head is in Krishna's hands. But what does Krishna do with it? Krishna attaches 3 arrows to Barbarik's head and now uses this setup to fly over the warfield of Mahabharata. I mean, this is clearly a drone they're talking about. Today, we use a drone with a central processor with cameras and it's attached to 3 legs. This is called a tricopter. This is exactly what Krishna does. He takes the advanced processor with memory. The cameras were obviously the eyes of Barbarik, and Krishna attaches 3 rotors to this machine and converts it into a drone to watch and record the battlefield. And even more interesting, today we can fly a drone and the drone can send us the images and video files live.
Right.
So we can stand on the ground from a distance and see the drone's view live using wireless technology. In fact, today in many games, televisions are using drones to show the game live and commentators are commenting in real time about what's going on. Believe it or not, this is accurately described in the ancient text of Mahabharata. The entire battle is watched live by a person named Sanjaya, who is miles away from the battlefield, and he describes everything in great detail. It's obvious that Barbarik was now flying over the battlefield and transmitting all the data over wireless technology to Sanjaya. Otherwise, how was Sanjaya able to see what was going on in the battlefield, which was far away?
How is this possible, man?
Also, why else would Krishna attach 3 arrows to Barbarik's head and make it fly all over the battlefield? All these details clearly point out that Barbarik was an AI robot which was then converted into a drone. And this is why Barbarik's skull and eyes did not decompose even after 5,000 years, because they're not made of bones and flesh. They're made of some other material. Even today, you can go to the site where they found Barbarik's skull. A beautiful temple has been built on the site. It is called the Khatushyam temple. The place where they excavated his head is now a tank known as Sham Kund inside the temple. Yes, you can go and see
Nice.
Barbarik's skull. They have plastered and painted a face over the robotic head of Barbarik. But authorities confirm that yes, this is the original skull. It's worshipped as a rare deity because it does not have a body, only the head is displayed. So, what do you think? Was Barbarik an advanced robot in ancient times? Or
Yo.
is everything just a fictional story? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I am Praveen Mohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and also click on the bell button to get all the updates. Please give it a thumbs up and do share
This
it with your
guy is
friends.
good, man. Honestly, now I understand the whole story of Barbarik. Now I really do understand his whole story. And it's man, like how do you even make that up? Right? Like how do you make that up? Honestly, I'm just trying to think about it and trying to understand what it's all about. Like what exactly is going on here? You're telling me that these drones that came like some years ago were there 5,000 years ago. You know, they were there, like the ideas were there. And someone was actually streaming this live who was not close to the Mahabharata war. How do you explain that? How do you make that out, you know? As clear as it is, this was just there, and it's crazy that all of these things being there back then, you know, they are beginning to find their way here. The only crazy part, you know, is all these things that have been happening back then, they are all closed up, you know, they are all closed up. People, they just, I don't know what happens, but they just hide all this information. Why not just give it out? Why not let people know about all this, you know? It has to be taught, it has to be known outside even India, but I don't know, it happens. Give me more videos to check. I think I'm gonna check more videos from Praveen Mohan. He's really good, and I've seen that he explains well and he makes you understand exactly what you are looking for. Much love to you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now, and also check me out on my Instagram account. Take good care of yourselves. Peace.